Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman with a preview of the Adventures with Rhiannon coming up next week, starting May 22nd. First up, Stardew Valley, part number 67. And we have a lot going on, it seems, in Stardew Valley. Number one, or the first thing we're going to talk about is we are getting another fish pond. And this will be our fourth and last fish pond. The other ones are for coral, but this is going to be something for fish. We're going to propagate fish in our fish pond. So that was a pretty exciting day to finally make that happen. We also get our seed production cranked up for this coming season. I like to start at mid-month for the seasons coming up for the next season. Next up is Kinseed, part number 17. There is a lot going on in Kinseed right now. We are preparing for our wedding, and it takes a while, all kinds of different things that you have to do to get ready for that wedding. And each day of the week, you have to gather things. So this one was the flour. You had to gather some flour. And then you had to make a pie of you and I. And there's all kinds of things to do for the marriage ritual, which is kind of fun. It's not just, hey, I want to get married, and then you do. You have to do things just like you do on a real life wedding. You have to prepare. One thing is I had a crazy conversation with Arthur Brown. I got max friend points with him. You can see that filled that heart up. But he asked me something weird. I think I'm doing something wrong. My dreams are very vivid, and I wake up sometimes with grass in my toes and dirty soles. I realize, oh my gosh. So when you become full friends with someone, sometimes they make really weird requests, and he wants to go to a pig auction. What a weird dude, but very interesting. Then we also get to go see the Grandmasters, and we've gone up another level in the game. And when that happens, they give you a special items, and they gave me a token to help make friends. And we can go into Tirnanog, and we're supposed to do some things there. So it's an advancement in the game, which you can either ignore or do. So we can now go to an upmarket and access special areas with the item that they just gave us. So that was pretty cool. But then our sibling shows up, and we have this conversation with our sibling. And what happens is our sibling has become one of the masters. And so we have to go talk to them on a regular basis. And we're having this little chit chat with our little brother here that tells us, you know, I've been exploring, and they advanced me. And so it's kind of another mechanism to kind of further you along in the game, and you can ignore it or do it. And it's kind of interesting to be the master, that he's the master exploration, and we have to go. And kind words, we didn't say anything. He just thanks us for the kind words that we were thinking, I guess. Oh my gosh. He further tells us where he's living and where we can go visit him. And so we do that. And he also wants us to go to Tough Wood, which is one of the fighting places. There's 3 of them, so right at the present moment. And it'd be interesting as we advance to be talking with our sibling occasionally. I have to go feed a cat. How fun. And called me lazy bones. That's not true, my gosh. Next up is we're going to look at, supposed to go to Womarsh and to for a quest as far as the main quest line. And it's kind of ominous that someone is waiting for you at the gate to Dreadwaters. That doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, but it is part of the main story quest line, and so we will get there eventually, and you can see that in the video. Next up is that we want to basically propose to Ash Brown while he is asleep. And you can actually talk to people when they're asleep somewhat. Give him the binding ban. He says, oh, the ban, I hardly accept. Let us choose the day. So he is sound asleep. So basically, I proposed and got engaged to Ash while he was sleeping. So I thought that was rather amusing. And in the wedding thing, you can choose what day to get married. So we pick a day, which actually is tomorrow. He says, a perfect day for a perfect couple. I can't wait to marry you. We go to Womarsh and talk to Paige Turner. And Paige Turner says there's some bad stuff going on. Basically, there's something about the water. And so she wants to give us this quest, and we're going to have to see what happens there. Stardew Valley, part number 68. We put our little sign there on where our fish are. We got our new rainbow fish there. I had totally forgot about the worm bin. Oh my gosh. So let's make one. I forgot we can make a worm bin and not have to go into the mines to get our bait. So the worm bin will make it for us. So we'll go ahead and put that right there. Perfect. I also took some time to show what our farm looked like the day we walked onto it. Pretty dismal, as you can see, but we had to start from somewhere, and this is where we currently are as of the recording of the you're going to be watching. This is where we are. So we've come a really long way, but we have a long way to go, and this is what it looks like. The 11-year farm that I am playing, that kind of gives an idea of where we will be going with the farm eventually. So thank you so much. I hope you're able to watch those videos next week. Please give this a like and a subscribe, and the most important thing is that you have a wonderful rest of your day.